Venus Williams' valiant U.S. Open comeback falls short against Karolína Muchová. In a memorable night in New York, Venus Williams once again showcased her enduring greatness as she fought hard against Karolína Muchová, pushing the 11th seed to the limit for an intense 2 hours before ultimately losing 6-3, 2-6, 6-1 in the first round of the U.S. Open. As the 45-year-old Williams made her way through the familiar corridors of Arthur Ashe Stadium and onto the court, her latest appearance at her home Grand Slam tournament coincided with a significant date. Exactly 28 years ago, on August 25, 1997, this stadium first opened its doors. Later that same day, a 17-year-old Williams was one of the first players to compete on the court, marking the beginning of her historic run to the final. Despite the many changes in the 3 decades since Williams began her professional tennis career, her passion for the sport remains undiminished at 45 years old. Facing a challenging matchup against the 11th seed Muchová, a semi-finalist last year, Williams displayed her unwavering determination. Muchová, who has been struggling to regain her form after a left wrist injury that sidelined her for months, is still considered one of the most talented players in the sport. The opening games were met with an awkward silence from the packed crowd in the world's largest tennis stadium, as Williams struggled with unforced errors. She appeared more than a step slow to every ball, and her timing was off. Down 0-2, 0-40, the situation looked bleak. But then, suddenly, Williams sprang to life. She unleashed powerful first serves and aggressively hit the ball off both wings, pushing Muchová far behind the baseline and putting her under constant pressure. Williams kept moving forward, always on the lookout for opportunities to execute her trademark drive volley. Each successful point was met with a roar from the New York crowd, which hadn't always been supportive during her prime years. Although her second serve let her down towards the end of the first set, Williams entered the second set with renewed confidence, knowing that her game could still compete with the best players in the world. She performed brilliantly, showcasing her big serving, relentless attacking shot-making, and determination to close down the net. Muchová eventually recovered in the final set, forcing Williams into defensive positions more frequently as she closed out the win. After the match, Williams expressed pride in her performance, attributing her inability to maintain her strong level to a lack of recent match practice. "I love playing," she said. "The level of my game has come up so much since last month. I tried as hard as I could to throw off any rust, but at the end of the day, there's only so much that can really be accomplished in 3 or 4 matches. There were just some shots I missed. Those kind of shots are about feel and less about training, and those are the kinds of things that I just couldn't stave off today." When Williams first announced her return, many were skeptical about whether the 45-year-old could still compete with elite tennis players. After such a positive performance, the majority of Williams' press conference focused on whether she would be willing to compete more frequently. Williams does not intend to play after the U.S. Open or outside the United States, but she has not ruled out competing next year. Are there any tournaments in the States? Can someone move a tournament here? "I don't know that I'm willing to travel that far at this stage in my career to go play," she said. Williams recently revealed that she has struggled with fibroids for many years, tumors that develop in and around the uterus, causing significant pain and heavy bleeding, which has had a significant impact on her playing career. Her health problems made this particular matchup even more symbolic. "When I think about the match I played against Muchová in 2020, I was so uncomfortable," said Williams. "I wasn't well. I was in so much pain. Today, it's night and day how much better I felt. So I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to play in feeling better and at that rate, have a real chance. Last year, Williams underwent an open myomectomy surgery to remove the fibroids, a major surgery that was the source of significant concern for her beforehand. Part of her motivation for continuing to compete at her advanced age was simply being able to experience playing the sport she loves without being in pain. What did I prove to myself? I think for me, getting back on the court was about giving myself a chance to play more healthy. When you play unhealthy, it's in your mind. It's not just how you feel. You get stuck in your mind too.